Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are in the world watching me right now. I am Adebisi Adeyanju, and today I'm going to be presenting to you a topic about why Europeans practice monogamy and Africans practice polygyny. So it's going to be short and interesting. So kindly follow me as I share with you my presentation and my words. Thank you very much. Aha. Sometimes it takes a while before the presentation comes up. So as we see here, what we need to realize is that um, as humans, we are all products of programming. We are all products of programming. And this programming happens from the time we were given birth to till the time that we are going to die. We are all, every human being you see around is a product of programming. And who does this programming? First, the parents, the guardians. Also, we have icons in the society. Thirdly, we have the media, and we have the culture of the forefathers, the practices that were handed down from generations to generations. So in the light of this, we shall be examining what is responsible for these practices in Europe and in Africa. So basically, so in Europe, I'm going to be using Poland as a case study. In Africa, I'm going to be using Nigeria as a case study. Of course, I'm a Nigerian, so that is what I'm used to. So I'm better at talking about using Nigeria as a case study than using any other country. And I also have stayed in Poland, so at least I have an idea, and I've talked to a couple of guys about this situation. So you can see three pictures. First, the first one, the looks like a king. It's actually a king. Then the second one, a couple getting married, and the third one you can see Africa, polygamy, polygyny. So that is it. So now I think I would start with situation of Europe. Why they practice monogamy, one man, one wife. You see, so like I said, the first agent programming this idea into a child is the parent. Most people in Europe, they grow up in families of one man, one wife, one man, one wife. So unconsciously, it is already in their thought pattern that I'm going to marry only one wife, because that is where that is the environment they grew up, you see, and that is that about that. So moving on to icons in the society, either you like it or not, the icons in the society, they are spotlight. What they do influences you, your prime minister, your governors, members of the parliament. Their lifestyle is highlighted for you to see. So it has an influence on you. And as we see in Europe too, that is what they practice. The icons of the society, their leaders, they have one wife at a time. So definitely, as an European, you are left with no choice than to think you can only have one wife at a time. You see, so as comparing it to a Nigerian, before I move on to the next stage, you will see that an European man thinks that he can only love one woman at a time. He can only marry one woman at a time. So if an European man is having problems with his wife, he equates that problem to I'm no longer loving this woman. If a married European man is liking or loving another woman outside, in his mind, it's like they are sharing a portion in his heart that is only reserved for one person. So the other person outside, he feels okay. Let me start. His mind starts on loving the woman at home more and loving the woman outside more to maybe divorce the woman at home, then bring another the one outside and now remarry, because that is all he knows. That is all he is used to. But this is not so for an African man. If an African man has a wife and is beginning to develop feelings, is beginning to like or is beginning to love another woman outside, it doesn't affect the love for the one at home, because it's not programmed to think that way. He can just add it to the one at home, just because in his thinking, if he gets a second wife, it makes the home merrier, it makes the home more fun, and they can assist each other. You see, the wife doesn't have to cook, the first wife doesn't have to cook help all the time. The second wife can join. He can also even join them also in cooking. It's a wonderful world. That is how an African man thinks. Anyway, let's leave that for now. We are still going to go back. We're still going to go back into it as I continue my talk. And so the third one is the media. Media also influence us greatly. And so an European man is used to watching actors having one man, one wife. You can see it in all their movies. It's just one man, one wife. One man, one wife. So you can see this also has huge influence on European men. So, and lastly, the culture of our forefathers, the culture of the forefathers. Okay, so now to explain this further, you will see that this way. Look, my cursor is moving around this man. Is a king. Is King Mieszko. King Mieszko of Poland. So this is the king that ruled Poland in the 11th century. And you will see there's a shift in paradigm. This king, he had multiple wives, but because he has to align with Rome to gain more prominence and to also be among the central players of that particular age, he had to become a Catholic, and he had to leave all other wives and stick to one wife. And that is how monogamy started in Poland. So, and also in Europe, that's how it started. So people, when their leader is having one wife, automatically you also have one wife too, because it's almost like something that it's just common. It's common sense. What is around you has a great influence on you. So the king has one wife. So who are you? You also think to have just one wife. So from Mieszko running down till today, everybody, they all have one wife. Because that is the culture that was handed down to them, having one wife, sticking with one wife. So that's what you can see here. This beautiful woman here smiling, and this is the husband, just one, you see. So let's move to the situation in Africa. So as I said, in Africa, polygyny is commonplace in Africa. It is commonplace. And the first set of people that do this programming in the mind of a growing person is the parents or the guardian. Okay, so this is how it is. You see your parents, they have more than one wife. It's definitely tells you something that this is an option available for you. In my own case, my grandfather has 6 wives. So you can see the way it works. He has 6 wives, and then this is what I see. Though my father has only 1, but my grandfather has 6. So you can see it is still telling me that there is an option for me. And I have friends that have 2 wives. So that's the way it works. That's the way it works. So moving on, icons in the society. Icons in the society also, they engage a whole lot in polygyny. In fact, you can see a person that has 2 wives. Once he becomes a governor, once he becomes a minister, once he becomes a member of the parliament, he gets another wife, making 3, to just celebrate the position. Because we see when people have multiple wives, it's a mark of being successful. It's a sign that you are successful at what you do. Okay, it's a sign. So we see it in our leaders, so we also follow suit, you see. And thirdly, we have the media. The media. You can, if you watch African movies, if you watch Nigerian movies, you can see this a lot in the media. You see people having more than 1 wife, you see, at a time. But more than 1 wife, you see people having 2 wives, things like that. It is celebrated in the media. So it's a commonplace in the media, a common thing in the media. And, yeah. So now, lastly, about the culture of our forefathers. In the history of Nigeria, or in the history of the Yoruba race, because I'm a Yoruba man, I belong to the Yoruba nation of the country called Nigeria. So what we see there are people that we revere the most in Yoruba race. They all have multiple wives. The kings of the whole, the kings that conquered territories, the kings that protected the Yoruba nations, the kings that we saw, the fighters that we so loved, they all have multiple wives. They all have multiple wives. So this is what has been handed over to us from generations to generations. And like I said, it is seen as a mark of success. Even up to today, especially the rural areas, agrarian community is prevalent, as it is in the times of old. It is still like that till today. Like that till today. That is why you see that a man has a farm. When he has a farmland, when he begins to get more produce, he thinks to expand his farmland. And to expand his farmland, he might decide to marry another wife. When he marries another wife, that is more kids, more children to help on the farmland. And so people begin to respect him more. Oh, he has 2 wives, he has many children that can work on the farm, more proceeds again. And also, if you want to get chieftaincy titles, in Africa, we value being chiefs, we value titles a lot. It means a lot. Title is also a show of success. It's a way to show that you are successful. And you see, so for you to get titles too, if you are practicing polygyny, it kind of favors you more to get a chieftaincy title. So that is how, pretty much, that's how it works. So you can see that we are all product of programming. The way we act, what we do is what is influencing us. That's what creates the thought pattern, and we are acting out the thought pattern. So thank you very much for giving me this your time. Greatly appreciated. Kindly subscribe, like, and comment to this channel. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful day.